If you can't dive into that on your own and understand that, you're never going to have a solid relationship because you can't confront yourself with the truth.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Dads on Purpose, the podcast. I'm your host, Josh Ashford. Why are you laughing? Golly, man. Yo, we're doing a live episode. I got my amazing, magnificent, fantastic, wonderful wife, Miss Erica Ashford.
Hi.
I didn't even get to do my whole intro.
Well, go back and do
on
it.
This whole the whole purpose of this podcast is help dads become the best versions of themselves, whatever that means. And so tonight we're gonna talk about some relationship stuff. We're gonna talk about two things. One, hold on, I got a sniff. That's not one or two. I had to get it out.
All right then.
But one, gotta address I can't say elephant. You can't say elephant in the room when your wife is on the podcast, but I'm gonna say it. Gotta address the elephant in the room. It's not you.
Yeah.
I
got it.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you know that
I'm not the elephant.
You're not. You are a jaguar, a cheetah, something magnificent and majestic
and graceful.
Graceful.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anyways,
we can pretend.
the elephant in the room. I just want to address, Kev, my guy, life stage right now. He can't do it right now. He's not gone. He's just not here for right now. So I don't want nobody hitting me up talking about, oh, you didn't kick Kev off. No, like we both understand that Kev, life stage right now. The Lord has called him to pastor, man. He's doing a fantastic job with those kids. He's involved in not middle schools, but elementaries and doing a lot of stuff. And he couldn't commit right now. And so he'll be back. So that's elephant number one. Elephant number two, or no, not elephant. That was the elephant. Point number two. Man, I forgot. I'm so tired. Oh, no, that's what it was. I'm tired.
We're tired?
Yeah, no. So we had a crazy storm last night in DFW. And for some reason, our French drains in our backyard decided to not work. And so we had water coming in the house. And in the midst of trying to fix that, our 3.5-year-old decided she wanted to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was that like 4:30, 5?
Yeah, it was 4.
Something like that.
She heard the thunder.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to go back to sleep. I tried to get her to wear her earmuffs. And I said, well, mommy and daddy aren't sleeping right now.
Yeah,
so,
it's not what you think. It's not what you think.
Not what you think, because we were cleaning up water with all the towels in the house and blankets.
Yeah, but you didn't get up until 4:30. I've been up since 1:40.
Yeah, because
I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to one up you, but I'm gonna one up you.
I mean, you were up before me because I was trying to sleep.
Anyways, we drinking wine. That's the moral of the story is we drinking wine.
Yeah.
So
anyway, and then the 3-year-old didn't want to go back to sleep.
And if this might be the first episode that I have to cut, depending on if Jocelyn starts talking. She's in the bed right now. She's talking to her. And anyways, so we got a show. We're gonna talk about relationships. We got. Man, this is something I wanted to talk about for a while. I didn't know how to talk about, when to talk about it, but now we got you here, so we can talk about it. And that's like the things that you should talk about before you get married.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and how important they are and why they play a pivotal role. And so I remember, where did we go when we was dating? No. Let me finish my sentence.
Oh. I thought you were done.
No. San Diego.
Oh, San Diego.
Yeah. Bruh, let me tell y'all about San Diego. I was so mad.
For probably a lot of reasons.
What you mean?
One, the ship and how I wanted to see everything.
Oh.
The Midway.
I'm gonna get to that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't that mad about it. So
a lot of reasons.
So Erica loves history. That's fine. I love history too. Me, I'm more of I'm a glance. I'm a see it. That's cool. She's just like, oh, they got a poem. Let me read this poem.
I want to read everything. I want to hear everything.
There was 7 post office.
Galleys.
No, there was 7 post office mail rooms.
No.
Maybe there was 4.
It was galleys. There were like 7 galleys because there's like one for the officers. Like there's a bunch of different galleys. I had to see him off.
How many different ways can you see food?
It wasn't the food, it was the setup.
Anyways. So that one. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? The Lord been working on me for a minute, right? And so we was trying to do things the right way. And you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no hanky panky before we got married. That's why we got married so fast. In my eyes, I was like, hey, shawty, I'm just
go ahead.
Right. Hey, like this is what I want to do. So I'm anyways. And so I knew that, but look, I wasn't as strong. Like she was strong. So we go to San Diego and she's in the hotel industry. And so she booked the room. Why did this beautiful woman of mine book a room with 2 beds?
2 beds.
You're beds.
Lucky I didn't book 2 rooms.
Bruh.
I almost did. I felt really conflicted going into that.
Bruh.
I went to my community group and I was like, y'all, is this okay? And they were real iffy. And they said, well, why don't you just get 2 rooms? And I was like, it's already done. Too late.
Look,
so
look, and I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was trying to get, I was. You want a drink, girl? Go ahead. You can have some drinks. And then we, you know what I'm saying? At nighttime, we're sitting there, we was cuddling, watching TV. It's time to go to bed. And she talking about, okay, go get in your bed.
I sure did.
Bruh.
My favorite though was that we were playing Heads Up. You know, that game with
nobody knows that game.
I'm explaining it.
Okay. I was about to say.
Anyway, it's kind of like charades type of thing. And so you put the phone up here on your head and it like different things pop up there. So it can be like music, pop culture, history. Anyway, it's trivia. So we were getting really into it. And it was probably like 8:30, not even late.
That's bedtime.
Yeah.
Now.
And we got a noise complaint. And so the manager came up there and like knocked on the door and was like, we need y'all to be quiet, please. And we're like, so sorry, we're just playing a game. And just the look on his face was like, okay, playing a game, right? Anyway,
we was playing.
There was no hanky panky.
Wasn't no hide and go get it. I'll tell you what.
Nope,
that was
no getting anything.
It was just hide. Just.
That was hard though. It was hard.
But you know what? Like, so this, first of all, this ain't even what I want to talk about in San Diego. But I ain't even got to what I want to talk about. But that I think that was a good like conversation to have because not even just a good conversation to have, but it was easier to have because we were quote unquote older in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went on our, you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't want to ask me out for like 12 years. So you know what I'm saying? We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We didn't go on our first date till we was 30, fam. You know what I'm saying? Took you 12 years to ask the kid out. I was doing other things.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? That
was I was too. Ish.
Y'all, if y'all see the video, y'all look at my face right now. I'm not entertained. I can talk about it. You can't talk about it.
Why?
It's because I'm not done having double standards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, as long as that's clear.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
But no, that was a great conversation to have. And then it also helped the fact that when we we knew each other and then we like knew where each other was. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't none of the, I remember this girl way back in the way back in the day.
Way.
Yeah. She told me, she was just like, and at the time, I've told you this before, and it pissed me off because this is the stupidest stuff ever. She was just like, I loved you till I did it. And I was like, first of all, what you mean you love me till you did it? And I was like, I don't think you know what the word love means. Like love is like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing. I wouldn't say I love you. And that really drove you crazy.
You barely even gave me kisses.
It's true.
I don't know how I don't know how we got married.
You really must have wanted this.
Yeah, we about to end this podcast right now. We gotta go talk about some things. We're gonna go to sleep.
Yes, we are.
But no, so why do you think that was such an important conversation to have? And like, is it just as beneficial for people to have even after they've already gotten together.
Absolutely. I think, especially for me, so much of my young adulthood was.
This wine good.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. He's having a moment over there with his wine.
Let me live my life.
Anyway, so much of my like young adulthood was centered around who I was or wasn't with, and I let that define who I was. And so I wanted to make it really clear what my expectations were in the relationship. And I wouldn't have done that had I not been through the things that I had been through. But at the same time, it was hard to put that expectation out there.
What you mean?
Because, you know, you go through certain phases of your adulthood and you get a mindset of who you are and who you have been. And then it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm putting a stop to it. And these are the things these are the barriers that I'm going to set up for myself, and I'm not going to let it go past that. And I knew that had I let our relationship progress, that we are, that I wouldn't have been able to come back from that. And I would have defined so much of our relationship just on that aspect, when, especially for marriage, there's a lot more to it. And let's all be a little bit real. Sometimes that's not there. Right. Sorry about that. So
that's what we're talking about.
No, I'm just saying,
because that's
a whole podcast on its own.
Look, we need to put the grown man gifts in the expectation. Didn't we talk about this the other day?
Yeah.
We need to put the expectations in the vows. When when we you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
To have and to hold the grown men gifts.
I'm trying to hold all the gifts
4 times a week.
4 times a week. I'm tired.
Exactly.
Nobody trying to 4 times a week.
I'm just saying, you want it in the vows. What?
Bernie Mac, what he said? He said sex ain't nothing but 52 pumps. He said count it.
Oh no, please don't count it.
Hey, what you doing all that holler for?
No.
Oh, rest in peace, Bernie Mac. That's my guy.
I do love him.
But no, yeah, bro. Anyways, no, yeah. And so I wonder how did you really like stick to that? Because like I tried to do that before, and like I don't know if it was just like I was just like, oh, this sound good. I wanted to stop having sex. I dated a girl and I was just like, I was like, ain't no sex happening. And sex happened that night.
Really?
Bruh.
Really firm in those beliefs there.
Absolutely, bruh. Listen, like, and look, if y'all just out, don't be out there in podcast land thinking like, oh, Josh is putting all that. Listen, we got a different type of relationship. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? She know who I am and where I'm at, and I drive a minivan. What?
He sure does.
What? Where do you think I'm going?
To the club.
Bruh. What's on the club open? It better open at 4:30.
Where is the club? Do you know?
I honestly could not drive to a club without GPS right now. I don't even know the name of a club.
Nope.
What clubs we got?
Where? In our town?
In Dallas. In the whole Metroplex.
I mean, there's one at my hotel.
That's not a club.
It is too.
Probably for swingers.
Downtown. No.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, how did you stick to it?
back to the meat.
Right. Speaking of the meat.
Oh my gosh.
The meats.
Well, a lot of prayer. I had my community group. How
many people in your community group?
There were 7 of us. I think at that point we were down to 5 because some people had left and whatnot. And so we had been together in a community group for, I think, 3 years at that point.
3
so
years.
Yeah.
That's good.
We had known each other fairly well and kind of knew what each other's struggles were. So those girls and just our our lives in general helped.
Yeah.
Knowing each other's lives helped build that foundation. I also went through a program at my church called Regen. It's a 12-step program, and it just really helped me unpack a lot of things. And so I knew, again, that I couldn't go back to doing life how I had been doing because it hadn't gotten me anywhere good. Right. So I think that really helped me.
But you say Regen, like folks, listen, Regen just ain't no 12-step program.
Mm-mm.
Like it's a 12-month program.
And then there's different levels to it. Like that's just the first year.
And you, what?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about being butt naked in your whole life, like to some people. Regen is gonna make you gonna dig up everything.
Yeah.
You're going, and it ain't for the faint of heart. Again, going back to long time ago, long time ago. I dated this girl. She had went through Regen, and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I know what that is. She was like, what? She's like, you know, and I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, that's good job. You did that. But it's
intense,
bruh. Boot camp, 12 months. I don't know. I never been through it, so that's not my type of program. I'm good, maybe.
It's hard, but I think at the root of it, it helps you get to the things that have made you who you are and recognize which ones are toxic, how to overcome them and make a plan. And you're also in a group of people that help hold you accountable to those things. So not only did I have my community group, I think I had just Regen, and I was in the process of finishing it up when we first started dating.
April 4th.
Yeah. So I think I was finishing it up because I remember I still had to go to Regen when we were dating because it's an every week thing. You show up and then you do the work on your own. So through that program, I had determined that I could not go backwards.
Okay.
Yeah. So just accountability with those around me that knew my past.
I ain't had no accountability.
Accountability is important.
I had absolutely none. I had me. And let me tell you right now, I am not accountable for myself. just keep it 100. I am not accountable for myself. Anywho, but that's good. No, I mean, that's good to know. So, talking about those conversations, like expectations, like before you get married, you know what I'm saying? Set them expectations. Go ahead, put them things in the vows. Also, if you don't get a wedding video, make sure that you write your vows down. Because I was wondering the other day, I was like, what did we say on our vows? I was like, because you said something and you was like, it's in the vows. And I was like, I don't remember no vows.
I know.
And so I was just like, I don't know what I said. So you know what? I don't know what I promised.
I bet we could ask Chris. He'll tell us real fast.
I'm gonna send him a text message. Hey, say dog, this woman tripping. What did I say? What did I say up there in them words? Anyways.
And we said it twice.
Did we?
Well, yeah.
What you mean?
Because we got married twice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Do we have to say vows twice?
Yes.
Listen.
That's what getting married is. You say the vows, you make the commitment to one another in the presence.
Listen.
Oh.
Listen. The second time we got married, I was drunk.
Well,
I had been drinking Buffalo Trace all day.
All day.
We was already married. I was there for the pictures.
Your grandmother was there. Yeah, and your granny.
What that mean? Just
drinking all the drinks.
Well, they weren't drinking.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, because I was.
Yes.
And then, never mind.
Anyways,
going back to the original statement that how far are we at? Bro, we 20 minutes in already. We got 1 point.
1 point. It's a really important one, though.
it really is because, like, if you don't have that expectation, and we talked about, bro, we talked about this the other day. It's like your body changes as you have kids. Not mine,
Boy, does
yours.
it. Mm-hmm.
Mine's still the same. I'm still out here looking swagoo. Like I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking real fluffy and real cuddly. You know what I'm saying? But your body changes, but also like your desires change, right?
Yep.
And so then for you, without giving too much information out there to podcast land, like you got some other things going on where like the desire really is shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one, if I don't know what the expectation of or whatever, what we talked about, like, you know what I'm saying, quality time is, and I'm already upset because that's not happening. But then two, if we've had that conversation and we got married, I probably have an understanding that like I have a not an understanding, but I have a relationship with you where like I can understand what you're going through. So like
Mm-hmm.
you like, okay, she got stuff going on. It's not me. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? Because people could be like, because
Yeah.
when it first started, I was just like, why she don't want me, man? I'm out here like Will Smith, like, why he don't want me? I mean,
Yeah.
but it's not me.
Mm-mm.
It's you.
It really is me. And I'm okay with that.
All
I
right.
mean, as much as I can be. But like you said, you got to have that relationship there and have established that communication to be able to talk about it and to know what your spouse is going through, your partner.
Did you pour the rest of this wine in here?
I sure did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's really good.
It is good.
Anyway, so the original point that I wanted to talk about. So when we were in San Diego, not on the Midway, not on the ship, but when we were, what did we go? We went to Marina Del Rey. No, that's a place.
Yeah, it was a restaurant down there.
No, it's not a restaurant. When we went to Point Lumen. No,
La Jolla.
No.
Okay.
No, La Jolla. That's when we went kayaking.
Yep.
I'm talking about when we went to the Navy base.
Oh, okay.
And we were walking.
Yep.
And on that walk, that's where we talked about finances.
Oh. I think I blocked that out.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you broke?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
You broke.
Broke-ish. But no, so I remember.
Yeah,
so when do we go to that's not the right word. I was gonna say, when do we go to August? When did we go to San Diego?
It was in springtime.
So we went on our
I think it was like May.
Oh dang. So we went on our first day, April 4th. And then it was like
maybe it was like June. I think it was like early summer. It wasn't
first date, anyway. April 4th. Engaged August 1st. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went on our date, and then we went to Easter, went to church at Easter, and I think we went to San Diego. Yeah, that was real fast. And then still ain't getting none. But so when we were there, I think after that conversation, so like I'm gonna be 100. Like after a month in, I was just like, because I knew who I was, and I was just like, all right, cool. Like this is what I want to do. Like yeah, let's do this. But I think it was that conversation in San Diego when we were walking, because golly, what is the place now? Because they're out there, they're just like, you guys are so dumb. Why don't you know?
Probably.
The name of the place, but it was a long walk, and it was like a Navy.
There's a cemetery.
Cemetery, yeah. Point something. Point Farmers in L.A.
No,
golly,
I don't remember what it's called either.
No, you don't. Point Loma.
Oh,
yeah, Point Loma. Yeah. And so how Point Loma works is that, and we took an Uber because we didn't rent a car. And so when they drop you, so stupid. They drop you off. When they drop you off, they drive you all the way up to the like exhibit, like the lighthouse and whatever stuff like that. But when they pick you up, they can't come back into the park. So you got to walk like a mile and a half out of the park
back to the gate
to get to your Uber. And so I already told you, Erica likes to look at stuff. So it was a long walk. And on that walk, I'm a pretty blunt person. I was just like, what your finances looking like? Oh, this is what we're doing? Oh, okay. But I think like me having that not expectation, but understanding like, okay, this is what I'm getting into. because finances, bro, that's what you fight. We still fighting about it. Why? Because my wife don't know how to stop spending money.
We don't got to bring the people into all that.
If you stop spending money, they won't know about it.
Anyway. Both of us, one, got a lot of student debt.
Yeah.
Lot.
Oh, I ain't worried about that money.
No, but
I ain't worried about it.
We had that conversation about this is what I got. This is what I don't got. Which that was a pretty quick conversation.
Oh, I got a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I had a little something.
Oh, okay.
And then it went away.
Anyway, it's an important conversation to have.
What does that count? So, I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, though. Like, how do you bring it up?
Yeah. I mean,
it's a question.
I don't.
Oh, you say yeah.
I say that because I'm not the type to just bring that up. I'm not.
Why?
Like, finances are not my thing.
So you would have just got married with me and not knowing my finances?
No, I wouldn't have.
If I never brought it up,
I would have brought it up eventually.
How would you have brought it up?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to put.
I don't know. I really don't know. Okay. It probably would have happened like once we got engaged, and I'm like, oh, we're planning this wedding. What you got?
Oh, that was a point of conversation too.
Yeah. But
Bro, I didn't want to spend no money, fam.
Nothing.
Like, I didn't want to spend but listen, but between the wedding, the honeymoon, the rings, about $9,000.
Yeah.
Because you went to, where'd you get your dress from? Dillard's.
Dillard's for $100.
$80, but you have to get it altered.
Yeah.
How much did that cost?
That's probably like $50.
I'm just kidding. I don't know how much alterations cost.
I don't know. That was like 5 years ago.
Was it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't, feels like 10.
It's because you love me so much.
That I,
right? Oh, okay. Not.
I do. I do. I would say I do 1,000,000 times over, but you asked me 1,000,001 and I might have to think about it.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah, that was the wedding, $9,000. Yeah. I think the honeymoon was
the honeymoon was half of it.
Nah.
It was a lot.
Trust me, it wasn't.
I mean, like of the percentage of the
3,600.
Exactly. That's a third.
It's 36%.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't $10,000. I'm not good at math.
Okay.
Anyways, also, if you go to a restaurant in Mexico and they offer you a 7-course meal, please understand that they will serve you an amuse-bouche, which is not a real thing.
Look, I'm proud that you actually said it right.
What?
Amuse-bouche.
Amuse-bouche. Why are you doing your lips like that?
I don't know.
An amuse-bouche. Like this is the most useless.
Funny.
We're gonna get back on topic, I promise you guys. Like an amuse-bouche is the most useless piece of stuff.
I love it.
Why?
I don't know.
It makes me
it makes me happy.
It ain't nothing but a little sample that ain't bigger than my pinky finger tip.
It depends on what it is, but yeah, it's just like a little nice taste of something delicious.
Why don't you give me a whole taste of deliciousness? Give me that amuse-bouche, but the size of my hand.
That's just not what it is.
But that's what I want.
But then, like 5 minutes later, an appetizer came out.
The appetizer was 15 chips with 6
sauces.
No, 6 drops of sauces of 3 different kinds. And they don't give you refills.
I mean, they do if you ask for it. It's all inclusive.
I didn't get no refills.
Anyway.
Okay. Finances. Talk about them. So finances you need to talk about. You need to talk about the grown man gifts. And definitely get the grown man gifts in writing because it's not gonna matter anyways.
I was about to say I don't think it's gonna matter.
What you mean?
But
go ahead.
Good to talk about it, but sometimes that ain't happening.
So here's another one. personal history. How much of personal history should you discuss before you get married?
And what kind are you talking about? Like, I don't know. I feel like for us, we had it a little bit easier in that regard because we had known each other for so long.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of things that we already knew about each other, but still some stuff that I wouldn't have told anybody had I not been in a relationship,
What you mean?
just like family things, stuff that
Oh.
has gone on there. But like relationships, we had seen each other go through different relationships.
I don't know why you're looking at the camera.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Because it's there. I
Yeah.
just take a glance every now and then.
All right.
I don't know.
But okay, so like personal history, like relationships. You know what I'm saying? So like, we had like I don't say easier, but like
it was a little, we had seen each other through it.
Thank you.
A little bit.
But had we not, you know what I'm saying? Say we got divorced, which we're not getting divorced because you ain't going nowhere.
You're not going anywhere.
Only way you getting out of this, homie, is in it 6 feet deep. And I'm gonna give me that life insurance check. And I'm gonna pay off the minivan. This is recorded, just so you know. That's fine. I'm gonna pay off the minivan and take care of my kids.
Okay, great.
Because I'm a great dad. But like, so like, say you did this again. What would you expect someone else to divulge to you about their past? It doesn't matter.
I think it does matter. I mean, you got to kind of know not only what went wrong, but what did your partner enjoy about the relationship? How does that lead into your relationship and how can you build on that? Because to me, the whole purpose of dating is to find your partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your spouse. So, I mean, you gotta kiss a bunch of frogs before you find your prince.
Hey. With my hoochie daddy shorts. Now we're on right now.
What'd you learn from those relationships? What did you like? What did you not like?
Yeah.
How did that help you become who you are? If you don't understand what your relationships have done to you personally, then how are you going to go on and build a new relationship? If you can't dive into that on your own and understand that, you're never going to have a solid relationship because you can't confront yourself with the truth.
That's going to be the opening clip.
All right.
Hey, I know that's really good. Like, but I mean, a lot of that you talk about confronting yourself, and like me as somebody else, and this goes back to like college. Like I was super insecure, but now it's just like I just want to know, right? So like I want to know. This ain't for everybody. Like I want to know how many people you've been with. Like I want to know because here's what I want to do. I got a short temper. I don't need some drunk dude coming up to me in the club. Whoop to whoop whoop. Oh, I was with your girl. Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, what?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so for me, I need to have an expectation of like what has gone on in your life. And so I don't just pop off on someone. That's me in general. Like that's my problem. Like I know I need to control that. Like that's my issue. But in order for me to help combat that, I don't care. Like I don't care what you did. Like that, you know what I'm saying? What you did has no bearings on who you are today. Like, yeah, it helps you made you who you are, but like
that doesn't mean you are what you did.
Bro, if you ran through the football team, you ran through the football team. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't stop running, cool. We like, you know what I'm saying? Like
the game is over.
Right? Yeah. Like if the game's over, we good. Like if you in the third quarter, you know what? I'm gonna call timeout, substitution. Yeah, the kids, I'm gonna get out of here.
Substitution.
Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, so for me, I just like I need to know those things because I know not now, but like back in the day, like, bro, I had a very short fuse.
Yeah.
And so for me, knowing that personal history, and so a lot of people they get uncomfortable with that because they're like, what do you mean you want to know?
Look, you already knew.
What do you mean?
With me.
No, I didn't know nothing.
You knew enough.
I knew one.
Okay.
Yeah. You knew about me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What?
Moving on.
Look,
it's good to know.
Look, I ain't had no females, man. Like I was a lame dude. I didn't know how to talk to nobody.
You already told the people at the beginning you were trying to get them grown man gifts before we were married.
Because I had already had them 3 times.
Oh.
So I was like,
mm-hmm.
What's up?
Uh-huh.
What's your name, Mil?
Uh-huh.
How you doing? Anyways.
What's next?
Personal history. That's good. What's going on my screen? Oh, I don't know.
You told me not to look up there.
I did tell you not. I didn't tell you not to look up there. I just asked you why'd you look up there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be talking back to me on the podcast.
Oh, real life.
This so you told me we can't talk about this one.
I did?
You told me we can't talk about in-laws.
Oh.
Shout out to my in-laws. What's cracking?
I mean,
no, it's I don't know. Like people say, "Oh, I hate my in-laws." I love my in-laws.
Yeah,
like, I'm not saying that.
No problems. I just don't want.
It's just different. Like we come from 2 very different backgrounds, and like how my parents and grandparents and uncles and sister and everything interact is like different than your family.
It is different, but I think the longer that we're together, I realize that there are a lot of similarities too.
We're gonna have this conversation off topic, off here. What you mean? Oh, you talking about between our families?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant between like me and my family.
Oh, no, between our families.
What you mean?
And just like, not that we're like very similar, but every family goes through its things, right? Like nobody's family is perfect. And if somebody's trying to make it seem like their family is perfect, you need to look a little deeper. Nobody's family is perfect, right? And so I think, talking about that, like what is your family life like? What am I getting myself into?
Bruh.
And not necessarily that it's bad or anything, but again, your partner knowing what their family is like and how that has shaped them will play into your marriage. If they can't understand that for themselves, how are they going to build your own family around it?
Ooh.
How's that going to impact you?
That's good.
And so if you don't have that conversation, if you don't know your partner's family, that's a problem. That's a problem. You got to meet the family. For real, you're going to be married to them for the rest of your life. You got to know them.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the commitment that you're making, right? So if it's not going, you really got to think like, can I deal with that long term? And if not, then maybe you need to have a conversation.
Gotta go. We got time for like 1 or 2 more. This is a good one because this played a lot. Future residential plans.
Ooh.
Like, so when we started dating, I lived in a different city, and he was like, "I'm not moving back to that city." And what?
Really? No.
Literally, that's why we moved. Like, we moved to Louisville.
Yeah.
Because you said you weren't moving back to Denton.
But I think you were also kind of like, I'm fine leaving Denton. I don't need to be here.
I didn't, but I liked being up there until I didn't.
Yeah.
Shout out to Denton.
I'm going to say, you don't want to be there now. Who was right?
I don't want to be there now. But I love being down here. Like, I got involved in this. And I say down here, like Denton's 15 minutes away. But it feels like a world away. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I guess, again, it was easy for us because, like, I didn't want to go nowhere. Like, you didn't want to go nowhere. Like, our families are both here. But I guess what would that conversation would have looked like if, like, I was like, yo, you know what? I eventually want to move back to LA.
Ooh.
What? But you had never, before you've been to LA.
I had never been to LA, but I'm not an LA type of person.
You went once.
I know.
We were there for 3 days.
I think we can both solidly say I am not an LA type of person.
There's literally nothing about you that sells Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
Look,
not even the IE, like the Inland Empire, like the birds. Like
Nope, none of it. I enjoyed it. What I saw, we really didn't spend that much time.
You was like 7 months pregnant
in LA. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, no, we didn't spend time in LA because I don't want to move back. Like, I'm good, bro. I'm so good.
But I think it would take a lot to get me to move somewhere.
Like even to Austin? That's 3 hours away.
I mean,
why do you like being right here? And so listen, like, yo, we've never had this conversation.
We have.
We haven't.
Well, not that far.
It's just been more of an expectation. I have no interest in moving.
Yeah,
I'm
me
fine.
either. I think that's probably why we haven't.
You said we're gonna die in this house, but like, hopefully not die in this house. But you know,
like, this is where we're staying.
This is it.
Yeah. Again, it would take a lot to make me consider moving.
Why?
Outside of like an hour radius of where we are. It would have to be somewhere that I really, really, really enjoy. I love being close to my family. I love being close to our family. Letting our girls have the relationships with grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. That's important.
You don't want to move to the UK?
I mean, that would be really cool, but it would take a lot to get me there.
I was about to do an English accent, but
you probably shouldn't. Hello, governor.
Good night, Mike.
What?
Australian? Yeah. I'm watching a lot of Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey.
You want to move to Australia?
That's really far.
Yeah, 16-hour flight.
Yeah.
18-hour flight. Doesn't matter.
Anyway.
16, 18, what's the difference?
Yeah. But neither one of us have had a desire to move anywhere else. I think.
But what if I did? Like, what if you did? Like, what if they did?
I mean, I think you just got to figure out what's important to you. Again, for both of us, being here is important. You know, if chasing a dream or following a dream, following a job is what's important to you, and that's what would help you strive and be who you are, then, you know, hey, maybe I do pack up and leave. I've got job options that I can be remote if I need to, and we could make it happen.
You got options. You got job options?
I always got options. Not that I'm looking at any of them, but there are options.
What kind of options you talking about?
Anyway, in my field of work, there are options, is what I'm saying. I don't have to be in one location.
Okay. Last one. And we've actually never talked about this, but this is something that, like, when we first got like married, I had a struggle with. I'm like on pins and needles. What is it? Why are you on pins and needles?
Not really. I'm just saying.
To tell you what it is.
Come on, then.
What it was when we got together, the thing that I had a hard time understanding was commercial break. No. Personal time.
Ooh.
Here's why. Because what? Like, so again, going back to, when we got together, we didn't live together, and I had never lived with a girl before. Like, I had some girls think they live with me, but like ain't nobody ever lived with me. Like, you still had your place, right? And so when we got married, bruh, it was like the first week, first month.
I was always there.
Bruh.
Always.
I was like, you don't got no friends? Like you don't want to go nowhere? Like, you don't go outside or nothing? I was like, oh, I'm gonna just stay at home today. Oh, me too. What you mean you gonna stay home? Bruh, like you ain't got nowhere. You don't go work out? You don't go see your sister?
You need to go for a run?
Bruh. You don't
a walk,
something like
go
just
lay by the pool,
and bruh, And I was just like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't, because I never lived through that. Like, I had never lived with somebody and experienced that. And so now when I talk to like these young Thundercats out here, they like, oh yeah, I want to get married. Woo woo woo, bruh. That's cool. But just understand.
They're not leaving.
They always there. What you mean they always there? They always there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I want them to always there. No, bro, you don't understand, bro. They always there.
I think one of the this might get a little personal. One of the things that like kind of made that like set in. Again, we got married twice, right? So we had been married about a month, a little less than a month, about the time we went on our honeymoon.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 weeks. 3.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, our honeymoon room, the bathroom, it was kind of like a stall.
Yeah.
So it was a glass door, and it had like you couldn't see through it, but it was open at the bottom and open at the top.
You could hear everything.
You could hear everything. Josh really had to go one day, and he was like, "Can you just go outside?"
Bruh.
He was eating all the food, drinking all the drinks, and he was like,
I was drinking a lot of drinks. I was drinking a lot of drinks.
Talk about some personal space.
Bruh.
I should probably change that.
And you know what? And now I'm still not comfortable with it. Like,
look, you just need your space. That's fine. I do too.
Yeah, just go somewhere. Go somewhere. We look, praise God, we got 3 bathrooms in this house. We have 3. We only use 2. But
we use 3.
I don't use the kids' bathroom.
Oh yeah, we use 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, and those 2 are literally on the opposite ends of the house.
Sure.
And so, hey, if I need some quiet time, as long as the kids don't follow me.
Yeah, that's.
But see, you
don't got it like I do though.
But you don't lock the door.
If I do, it don't matter. They're gonna be banging on it.
It's dead.
That doesn't work.
But and so how was that? So we never had this conversation.
No.
Like you know what? We doing a lesson on things to talk about before you get married. We ain't talking about none of these.
Look, we took a whole class on things to talk about before you get married, and there's still things we didn't talk about.
What you mean?
We did merge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Merge.
So,
was that the
yeah, with the couples and the yeah.
What's it called? Premarital counseling.
Premarital, yeah.
Golly.
Premarital. So we did that.
That was funny. Sorry. Fun fact. So we're at this premarital counseling with like 4 or 5 other couples.
Yeah.
4 or 5 other couples. And it's like, what, 8 weeks?
I think so.
Something like that. You come like once a week for like 3 hours. You listen to people talk about stuff. And you get different life experiences. So everybody at your table is either engaged or like seriously dating. So like
they're not engaged, but they might be soon.
Yeah. Right. And so everybody has made a commitment to each other. Like it's not just like, oh, we've been together 2 weeks. Let me see what's good. No, like everybody's made a commitment. Like we all going. So people have been through some things, right? And it's good to know that you're not alone. Mm-hmm. But I think what's so funny is that in our group, like they try to, help you guide you through the biblical,
ways.
The biblical ways and things like that. And we came back and we were like, I think we missed a week. And we were like, oh man, we're, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a lot going on. Like we moved in together and they're like, whoa, wait, you what? We're like, oh, by the way,
we got married.
Like we just didn't tell nobody. But then somebody else, they were like, oh yeah, they were like, we got married too.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end. And then I found $5. That's the whole story.
Woo.
Anyways, yeah. So so we did that. We did merge. Mm-hmm. That was fantastic. I would highly recommend premarital counseling because like it's good to have another set of eyes.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody else to kind of ask questions.
I already told you, like, I'm not accountable for myself. Like God, you know what I'm saying? And so I need somebody else to tell me, like, you could tell me that I'm wrong, but I don't believe you. I need somebody else to tell me I'm wrong because what?
Yes.
What you trying to say? I shut this whole thing down right now.
Like you just said,
What?
I can't tell you you're wrong. Somebody else got to.
You could tell me you're wrong, but most of the time when you tell me you're wrong, you're not right.
Exactly.
Bring me the facts.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's a whole nother podcast.
No, ain't no podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This episode has been brought to you by the family attorney. No. Golly. But I think those were good things. Like talking about finances, talking about them grown man gifts. Go ahead, put them things in the vials, though. Go ahead, put them things in the vials, though. What?
I said good luck.
Why?
Putting that in the vials. Good luck.
Put the grown man gifts in. Talk about your finances. Talk about your personal history. You know what I'm saying? Talk about your in-laws. And there was something else.
We kind of started talking about personal time and then we went off on it.
I think I don't even know if you need to talk about personal time, but there needs to be an expectation. Like,
I mean, one of the things that
or respect.
Right.
Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Thank you, Josh.
A respect. Yeah. I like that. Good. Glad you feel accomplished. I don't know. Anyway.
What? Ooh, I was about to say something, but we recorded. I was about to say something.
Yeah. I mean, also, again, you got to know who you are, right? Like, you also need to let your spouse, your partner, know who you are. I like to come home and just like chill. And I like to fall asleep with the TV and my brain is running.
I need you to clean some things up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that also changed like once we had kids, but I mean, I think that's an ever evolving kind of situation. What does personal time look like and what do you need?
Fair enough.
So when you're dating, that might look completely different than, however many months, years later, you actually tie the knot. And you're living together. So
and there's kids.
Then there's kids and
got a minivan.
Time changes. Time really changes. But
that's why I wake up at 2 a.m.
Yeah, you do.
3 a.m. is literally my favorite time of the day.
You get a lot done.
Not even that. Like,
it's quiet.
Like, it's quiet. I don't say the entire world, but like everything's quiet. Like when I'm driving to the gym at like 3:15,
nobody.
I turn the radio off. I roll the windows down if it ain't humid, and I'm just like, yo, like this is it. Like, until I get to the gym, and then I'm angry because I got to be at the gym.
Reality sets in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably something you just gotta, check in on every now and then. What you going through? What do you need? Oh, you need to go get a pedicure?
Nah, you don't need no pedicure.
I knew that's what you're gonna do.
You don't need no pedicure?
Yeah. Or like, look, sometimes I'm just like, I need to go for a walk. That one time I went for a bike ride and I regretted it big time. Because of the hills. It was rough. But I came back and I felt better. Like I just needed my little alone time.
On your bike?
Yeah.
On your little old bike?
Yeah.
Your little bike with your... Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
You need a new bike.
Well, probably. But I don't use it that often.
I was about to say, if you use them more, you can get a new bike.
I'd
prove to me that you... Anyways, yeah. I think those are good things.
Those are good things.
It was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go drink some more wine.
You're welcome.
For?
The good episode.
Oh, I give you a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Mm-hmm.
May I remind you of the vows we spoke?
I thought you were going to message Chris. What was in our vows?
I remember what they said.
Uh-huh.
They said, grown man gifts on these nights after a podcast.
That's all it said? So were you seeing into the future? Because this
podcast... Asterisk, if so podcast would ever be created.
So then, if there were never a podcast, would there never be any grown man gifts?
Asterisk number 2.
I'm just saying.
Yo, this has been a great episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you. Like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, share the podcast. Is there anything that you want to leave the people with about marriage, dating, divulging secrets to your future spouse? Or secrets. I don't know. But like, you know what I'm saying? Besides know yourself, because I know that's what you're going to say. And I just took that away from you.
Thanks
You're
a
welcome.
lot.
That's what happens when you get married.
Exactly.
I know the things.
Here's the thing. You can know yourself, but you also got to be willing to come out of your comfort zone, right? Like we all have our insecurities. You're going to get to know one another. That's the point, right? You got to be willing to come out of your comfort zone and share those things, because you might know them, but if your partner doesn't know them, then you're not with it. So you got to step out of that comfort zone a little bit. That was good. Thanks. I'm glad we're done because I got the hiccups now. Oh, you don't have anything to leave the people with? Go to tlcbrand.com. Get your Father's Day gifts. They out there. Get you some of them Hoochie Daddy shorts. We don't got them, but you can get some Hoochie Daddy shorts on the Amazon or on the Google. It's the 4-inch seam, 4 to 5-inch seam. That's the Hoochie Daddy shorts. And then you got the you want some Hoochie Daddy shorts? I got some. But yeah, we can get some. Okay. Them things tight though, man. They look. Yeah, they are. I can't get out of a minivan in them. You need some stretchy Hoochie Daddy shorts. Is that a thing? No, like I don't know. Like some spandex. Until next time, we love you guys. Take care. God bless. Peace.